What's up everybody, it's the Wolborito here and time again for another video, a special video in fact, because this week was and still is E3. It's not finished yet, but press conference are finished and I want to talk a little bit about what I think stand out the most in the press conference, the game that they announced that I think were the best and the game that you guys should be on the lookout for next year and the future in general, because some games don't necessarily have a release date, but they announced it. So I'm gonna go with the order that I got on my note. I don't have a shitload of note. It's really just the best of the best in my opinion. Anyway, so starting first, we got Ori and the Will of the Wisp. It's the sequel of Ori and the Blind Forest. I didn't play the first one yet, but I got recommended really heavily to play it. So I think the second one should be nice, and it's definitely something that will be on the lookout for that because of how great the review were on the first one. So that's pretty much it. It got announced on the Microsoft presentation where they were pushing really hard the new Xbox One X, but that was really not something that I was interested in. Anyway, next on my list, the new God of War just looked great. I'm excited about this one because I played third, didn't play the two first one, but the one that I played was really good. Quite short, but still a nice experience. I'm excited for the next one. It looked like it will be a completely different feeling because of the shift in the story, and now it looked like it will be a really more profound story, which I like a lot. And on E3 they showcase like a big chunk of the narrative arc, which reveal a little bit of what Kratos will be dealing with in the game. That being said, they didn't add an exact date, but it was written early 2018. Next on my list, Assassin's Creed Origin and Far Cry 5. I put those two together because I probably won't play them because in general when they come out on PC, which is the console that I game on, they require Uplay, and I didn't add a good experience on Uplay. That being said, they might be nice to play on other consoles, so that's why I still recommend them. Yeah, especially Far Cry 5. The trailer just looked exciting. Anyway, next on my list, I don't remember the name of the game exactly, but I just wrote Rabbit plus Mario. It's the new game that will come out on the Switch. It's a tactical game that fusion Mario of the Nintendo company and the Rabbit from Ubisoft, and it was announced first on the Ubisoft presentation. By the way, I said that they were announced on a certain presentation, but they might have been announced before E3 without me knowing it. So I make some mistake, and they have already been announced before E3. Well, sorry. Anyway, that being said, back to Rabbit plus Mario. I think it will be a nice game. I'm excited about a Mario Tactical. Since Paper Mario, I was always hyped for a new tactical Mario game. And what I like especially about this one is that it looked a lot like another game that I really enjoyed, Resonance of Fate, in the gameplay. Really not in the style or the visual. Really just in the gameplay of how the combat function. Anyway, I'm really hyped for it. I might even buy myself a Switch. I think there's a couple of great games that will come out on the Switch. That being said, next on my list, I wrote lack of Code Vein footage. QQ. Yeah, Code Vein was a game that was announced before E3. Yeah, it's a game that will look like any game in the Soulborne series. I think it's from the same dev that did the Soulborne series. When I say Soulborne series, I talk about Demon Soul, Dark Soul, and Bloodborne. And Code Vein had a quite short trailer. I wish I could have saw more, and I don't think they said any date. Yeah, I'm just gonna be on the lookout for anything about this game. It just looked great. Again, another game that we saw before E3, South Park, The Fracture But All. Now they add a date actually, and I didn't roll it. I should have more note. That being said, yeah, it's fun that they finally came out with a date. They pushed the release before, so I'm excited for South Park: The Fracture But All, but probably not gonna buy it on the first week. I'm gonna wait till there's a sale on Steam to buy it. South Park: The Stick of Truth was a good game, so I'm gonna be on the lookout for that. So now let's talk about the really big game that they announced. For the Xbox, it was Anthem. Anthem, it looked like an open world multiplayer that your character will be in a suit that will protect him and do various attacks. And you will have to farm some enemy to get better piece of suit and weapon. It looked like it could be a really fun game, but I want to see more of the actual game because it feel like it could be something that could have a lot of problem, and they were really hyping a lot the game with just a trailer. So yeah, be on the lookout for that and don't have too much expectation. It's just a trailer, but if the game is great, it will be really fucking great because it looked fantastic. Next game on my list, the game that Sony hyped a lot. It's the new Spider-Man game, and it looked fantastic. I want it so bad. The gameplay is so great. I don't see how they could fuck that up. I'm not sure if it's an exclusive. I hope it's not. Even if it's not, I might buy myself a PS4 just for this and God of War. That being said, I just love how the combat is. It looks so fluid. Yeah, just shut up and take my money. I'm really definitely hyped for this one. I didn't knew about it, so I think it got announced at E3. Next on my list, a new Uncharted game. Yeah, this one will not follow Drake, so I don't know how the fan will react to it. And yeah, I'm really curious about how it will fit in with the rest of our Uncharted storyline. I'm just happy and a little bit surprised that they came out with this game because Uncharted 4 looked like it was the end. That being said, I'm gonna finish with the last two on my list. For Nintendo, it's Kirby and Metroid Prime 4. There was no footage for Metroid Prime 4, but it's fine. Kirby, they had footage and it looked a lot like an old Kirby game, which I think it's fine. Those two are two returning franchise, so I'm not stressed out. I'm sure about the fact that those two will be good game at the very least. It's all for all the games that I thought were interesting in the presentation. So yeah, there's a lot more that I didn't talk about, just that the video is getting quite long. If you like the video, if you like my honest opinion on E3 presentation, think about liking the video and subscribing to my channel if you like my sexy voice. On this note, see ya.